Hey friend, welcome to the BotBuhdy AI report. Today we've got a packed show for you. SpaceX prices biggest IPO in history at $1.75 trillion. SpaceX signs $30 billion compute deal with Google. Apollo and Blackstone close $35 billion debt deal to arm Anthropic. Sam Altman hits Washington. And finally, Microsoft dropped 7 first-party MAI models at Build 2026. Let's get into it.
Elon Musk just asked the stock market for the biggest check it's ever written. SpaceX is pricing its IPO at $135 a share. That values the company at $1.75 trillion, more than Tesla, Microsoft, and Amazon combined on day one. Starlink is already printing cash. $11.4 billion in revenue last year, $4.4 billion in operating income. But Morningstar ran the numbers. Their model says SpaceX is worth $780 billion, roughly half what Musk is asking. Bears call it a 90 times sales multiple, a growth rate no company has ever achieved. This is either the deal of the century or the most expensive lesson Wall Street ever learns. We'll find out June 11th.
Okay, I was not expecting that. This next one is actually pretty funny.
Here's a story so absurd you couldn't make it up. SpaceX just signed a $30 billion compute contract with Google, $920 million a month, starting this October through June 2029. Google gets access to over 110,000 NVIDIA GPUs in SpaceX data centers. But SpaceX already locked in Anthropic for $1.25 billion a month back in May. That's $26 billion in annualized compute revenue locked in before the IPO even drops. Here's the beautiful irony. Google and Anthropic are direct competitors in an AI arms race, and both are paying Elon Musk's company hundreds of millions per month to run their models. SpaceX is selling bullets to both sides. Musk wins no matter who wins the AI race. It's either brilliant strategy or shameless racketeering. Probably both.
Now this next story really got me thinking. This could change everything.
Wall Street's biggest names just made a $35 billion bet that chips are the new real estate. Apollo and Blackstone closed a massive debt package for Anthropic on June 5th. $35 billion. Not equity. Debt. The idea is simple. Anthropic borrows the money, buys Google TPUs and NVIDIA chips, and keeps its equity capital free for research. If AI compute stays this valuable, it's genius. Private equity gets steady returns. Anthropic gets world-class hardware without diluting shareholders. But if AI economics shift, if models get more efficient, if demand cools, if new architectures make today's chips obsolete, that debt doesn't go anywhere. It's either the smartest infrastructure play of the decade or a $35 billion anchor. Either way, the old rules of tech finance are dead.
Wow. Okay, so that just happened. This next one really blew my mind.
The U.S. government wants to own a piece of OpenAI. Let that sink in. Sam Altman was in Washington this week personally lobbying against a bill that would force government approval on new AI models. At the exact same time, the Trump administration is in active negotiations to take a direct equity stake in his company through a proposed public wealth fund. We are talking about voting shares, board seats, federal fingerprints on the most powerful AI systems on the planet. Is this regulatory capture dressed in a flag, or genuine partnership to keep American AI ahead of China? The truth is probably both. Altman gets political armor against competition and regulation. Washington gets a seat at the table where the future is being built. And the rest of us get to wonder, when the government owns the tools that shape reality, where exactly does regulation end and control begin? Either way, the playbook has been rewritten.
Now this one is a little concerning. This is something we should all be paying attention to.
Microsoft just pulled the exit door wide open. At Build 2026, they dropped 7 proprietary MAI models: reasoning, coding, image generation, transcription, voice, each one designed to run locally, slashing Azure reliance on OpenAI API calls. These are not experiments. They are cheaper alternatives baked straight into Microsoft's stack. This is the company that poured $13 billion into OpenAI, and now it is methodically, deliberately building around it. They also announced the Majorana 2 quantum chip and Azure Cobalt 200 VMs. The message is unmissable. Microsoft is done treating OpenAI as its only brain. The relationship, it is complicated. The kind of complicated where one partner funds the apartment and the other starts house hunting. Biggest investor, biggest customer, now biggest rival. The AI power map just fractured into a whole new shape.
That's all for today, friend. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and hit subscribe. I will see you tomorrow with more AI news. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, leverage your intelligence.